everybody, how you doing? I just had to put that in there. But I am making this video today because I have been getting a couple of questions about the reason why my mom and I do not have a stronger relationship and my whole reason for beginning this project in the first place. So I wanted to share that background with you and basically sum it up by saying I love my mom so much, and I think I have basically just come to a place in my life now that I've had a daughter, and I don't want my relationship with my mom to get in the way of what could be a wonderful relationship she and my daughter have. I don't want our relationship to, keep me staying very distant from my mom, which would in turn mean my daughter is not able to see my mom, which means she's not able to spend time with my dad, and those are her grandparents. So at this point in my life, my mom and our relationship has been, I would say we get along. We get along on the surface, but when it gets down to knowing each other in a deeper, more meaningful way, we really don't have that at all. I would say that our relationship actually has lasted and has been going on so well because I don't live in her house any longer. If I was still living in the house, it could be different. And maybe a lot of it has to do with maybe we're very similar. Maybe we're just stubborn in our ways and our personalities clash, and I've never done anything to change it until now. My mom is she's very strong-willed, she's very strong Southern woman, very independent, and growing up, maybe me being the oldest child, I have always felt there's a lot of pressure on me to do above and beyond, just really do well in pleasing my parents, and I have always wanted to please my parents and never have wanted to disrespect them in any way. And growing up, I don't know when things changed, but it got to a place where me trying to please my mom and trying to not upset her, the way she would communicate with me, I didn't like the way she would communicate with me, or I wouldn't like the way she would communicate with others. Just things over time kind of have drawn distance between us to the point where I just decided the way she would communicate with others and the way she would handle situations, I just didn't agree with. And it would just cause me to just add more distance between us in our relationship. And over the years, it's just become less and less of us knowing each other and more me just closing her out of my life because I didn't want any of that negative energy, or I didn't want us to get in an argument because I couldn't hold my tongue, and she's not the type that holds her tongue. She just kind of lets everything be known, even if it is rude, or if you don't want to hear what she has to say, she says it. And I don't always agree, and me being her daughter, I don't want to disrespect her. So what has happened is I have pretty much just kept my mouth shut and went along with whatever she says. And in the back of my mind, I just totally disagree, and you just don't see me. We don't hang out, we don't do any of that, because if we were just friends, she would or if I just knew of her, she wouldn't be someone I would want to be around. And unfortunately, this is my mom we're talking about. So I kind of got to be around her, and I want to. So I'm kind of like caught in the matrix here between I want to be around my mom, I want to have a better relationship with her, but when we get together, we just don't get along. We basically get in arguments, and my way of handling it over the last few years has to just been to brush things under the carpet and just act like things don't bother me, until a point where something really did bother me. We got in a very huge argument, and here I am. Here I am on this journey to making it better, and conversations are awkward, and I and my sister have had conversation with my mom about, you know, how we feel, how we want to get to know her better, and it kind of has come across as me telling her why I haven't spoken up about how I have felt earlier. She asked me, and I basically was telling her that I'm afraid to disappoint her. I'm afraid that she'll be upset. I don't want to make my mom upset. I don't want to disappoint her. I don't want to disrespect her. But of course that went across to her as being, I'm afraid of her, which is not the case. So, you know, this is a long process for me, and I think the biggest reason why it's so hard is because my heart is in this. I have feelings towards my mom. I don't want to disrespect her, and I don't want to hurt her feelings or make her feel like she hasn't been a good mom, because she's been a wonderful mom. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for her and my dad raising me. But in the situation, I'm a softie. When my mom is yelling at me, you know, she uses a tone that's very disrespectful, I feel. So when she talks to me in certain ways, I cry. It hurts me, and I don't want to be disrespectful to her, so I usually just leave and don't speak up. But now that I've gotten to a place where it's just gotten on my nerves so much, and I have made a decision with myself that I'm going to change and try to make our relationship better, but she doesn't know you know, the extent of how I feel. She's not helping, you know, the situation get better. So when I open myself up to talking to her, she's just basically the same, because she doesn't realize that I'm working towards building a relationship. So this journey now is what I'm experiencing. At this point now, she does know we are working towards building a better relationship, and that she knows how I feel about when she uses certain tones and things, how it makes me feel. So we're working on things now. But I just feel like how our relationship has come to be so distant has just been, you know, just our experiences over the years that have never been brought up and dealt with up front. They've just kind of snowballed into a bigger thing that just caused a big gap in our relationship. So she doesn't really know much about me. She really doesn't know much, and I really don't know much about her. So, I mean, just little things, as in, I don't like lettuce. It's weird to say, but I didn't start eating salads till my senior year of college. And my salads, I wouldn't call them healthy at all. I don't like lettuce, so I would pile on, you know, pasta. I would pile on the dressing. I would pile on the steak, the chicken, the meat, whatever I could. I would even throw some beans and corn, anything into my salad. And not the healthiest salad in the world. And literally just the other day, my mom's like, "You don't like salad? How you been? No, you don't like lettuce? How you been eating salad all this year?" She didn't know. I also, so bad to say, I also don't really like water either. And you know, these things she just doesn't even know. And in me, I have natural hair. I've had natural hair for 5 years, and she is just now realizing this, and she's just not asking me about why, or finding out why I went natural, and, you know, why don't I straighten my hair. And we got in a huge argument. This all came up over hair. So, you know, it's just things like that where I just wish our relationship was better, so that she could know more about me and know why I went natural with my hair, which really was about because I wanted to have a natural childbirth. And, you know, I just didn't want any chemicals. I wanted everything to be natural. I had a wonderful natural childbirth, and I just have stuck with it. I love having natural hair. It doesn't bother me. I love it. I mean, it's my hair. I was born with this hair, so it is what it is. And my mom, she doesn't agree. I don't know. You know, some people just, everybody's not the same. So I am my mother's daughter, but I am not my mother. So so all that's to say, we have definitely grown apart over the years, and my hope is that we will soon come together again, because there really is no hate between us. We love each other, we get along, but there's just that deeper part of our relationship that I feel we can make better, for everybody, for my daughter, and you know, just me and my mom, the mother-daughter relationship, even my sister, and then my relationship with my dad. I just feel like everything could be made so much better if we would get on the same page. So that is a little background, or I should say kind of a long-winded background to what the type of relationship my mom and I have. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to respond. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know, you know, what are some things you are dealing with. Maybe it's not with your mom. Maybe you have some type of painful relationship that you have with your dad, or maybe an older sibling, or whatever the case may be. But I'd love for you to share your thoughts, share your feedback for me, of course, as I'm going through this journey as well. And I just hope that from what I'm going through and what I'm sharing with you, you guys will be inspired to take this step. Because at the end of all this, you know, I've lost some family members at a really young age, and I've also lost my grandmother, and I just wish I had the opportunity to have had a better relationship with them. And you know, having a daughter now, I realize the importance of life, and every day, period. Not every day we step out of the house, or every day we step into our car. Every day we take another breath is another breath gone, basically. And I read about, you know, kids being kidnapped or found missing, or, you know, car accidents on the highway where a person's life has been lost, and you just never know when your time is up. Death doesn't discriminate. So my hope is that I really don't, if something were to happen to my mom, I don't want there to be this regret, especially when I'm voicing it so openly now. I'm making it clear that this is something that's important to me, that I want to change. And I would hate to have this regret if something were to happen, you know, to my mom or anyone in my life. So we got to make the most of these times we have. We really, really do. Not a single moment is promised to us, and when we can pass away in our sleep. We could have a terrible journey on the highway. Our husband, our spouse, or whoever. You just never know. I've experienced it too much in my life. You just never know when your time is up. So join me on this journey and get into a place where you can appreciate those around you much more. Make the most time. Alright, that is my piece for today. I hope it was an inspiration to you guys. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon.